dear students, myself Gangadhar Solanke and I welcome you all to the MC James virtual classroom.
My dear students, today in Standard 10th Political Science, we'll be learning the second part of the topic political parties. In the first part of this topic, we learnt about the concept of political parties, then the characteristics of political parties, in that to be in power, to pursue an ideology, to have a party agenda, to establish a government, to act as a link between the government and the people. Then the changing nature of political party system in India, the concept of one party system, two party system and multi-party system. Then what are the criteria or the conditions for the recognition or to get recognition as a national party and as a regional party. Now in today's part, we are going to learn about national parties in India and the role of regional parties in Indian politics. So here on the screen you can see the heading National Parties of India, and the reference which is given in our textbook is Election Commission of India notification number 56 by 201 PPS 111 dated 13 December 2016. So one by one we are going to talk about the national parties of India. And in this, the first party is Indian National Congress. In the first part also, we have learnt about the Indian National Congress. The Indian National Congress was established in 1885. By this, we can understand that the role of Indian National Congress is very important in building the nation or in the struggle of independence, because this party established in 1885, and in the 8th standards history you people also learnt about the role of Indian National Congress in the freedom struggle. At the time of its establishment, Congress was an all-comprehensive movement working for national independence. Groups with different ideologies had come together in this nationalist movement. So the main aim or the main objective or the main goal of Indian National Congress was to get फ्रीडम. जब हमें आज़ादी मिलने से पहले इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस जब इंडिया के पॉलिटिक्स में थी, तो मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव जो था वो भारत को स्वतंत्र करना था. Here on the screen you can see this image, the first conference of the Indian National Congress. After independence, the Congress emerged as the most dominant political party. Why? Because this party was having the support of people, having the reach in the people, or having the mass base in our country or in the both rural and urban areas of the country. The party from the beginning follows the policy of secularism, all-round development, equal rights and welfare for minorities and disadvantageous sections of the society. Now by this sentence we can understand the ideology or the agenda of the Indian National Congress. Congress has organized various programs to achieve those objectives, and the party believes in democratic socialism, social equality and international peace. Now by this word international peace, we can also understand the world view of the Indian National Congress. But here one thing which we have to keep in mind is that the role of Indian National Congress in Indian politics is very important and it is also very old. Next party, Communist Party of India. This party based on the communist ideology and was established in 1925. It is an old party in India. This party works for the welfare of laborers and workers. So Communist Party of India for the laborers and for the workers. Its ideology is based on the equality, based on the betterment of the laborers and betterment of the workers. The party opposes capitalism. It opposes capitalism and at the same time it supports laborers and workers. What is capitalism? System in which corporators work for the benefit or the profit only. So such type of capitalism is not allowed in the government where there is Communist Party is in power. On the screen now you can see Communist Party of India and Communist Party of India Marxist. The party leadership developed differences in 1962. In 1962, over the issue of whether Communist Party of India should accept the leadership of Communist China or the Soviet Union, and this led to the split in Communist Party of India, and a separate party, Communist Party of India Marxist, was formed. Then the next one, Bharatiya Janata Party, which is ruling party now in our country. Bharatiya Jana Sangh was established in 1951. This party was merged. This party was merged with Janata Party. So Bharatiya Jana Sangh plus Janata Party was established in 1977. If you people remember, we discussed about this in the first part of this topic, that how this change challenged in front of the one party system in India. The Janata Party could not survive and there was split in the party, and Bharatiya Jana Sangh, the component party of Janata Party, established a new party in 1980, that is Bharatiya Janata Party. The party stands for the protection of Indian culture and traditions. The party gives importance to economic reforms. So this is what is the ideology or the agenda of Bharatiya Janata Party, and also the history of the formation of the party Bharatiya Janata Party. Now the next one on the screen, Communist Party of India Marxist. This party proclaims socialism, secularism and democracy. It supports the democracy and it opposes the capitalist system. The party opposes imperialism. Party's policy is to protect, what to protect? Protect the interests of workers, farmers and landless laborers. The people who are in country without any work or unemployment, and the farmers who are having trouble because of the landlords, and at the same time the landless laborers. For this there is Communist Party of India. Then the next one, we're talking about the national parties in India. Indian National Congress, Communist Party of India, Bharatiya Janata Party, Communist Party of India Marxist, and now Bahujan Samaj Party. Bahujan Samaj Party professes the socialist ideology. Society based on equality is the agenda or the ideology of the Bahujan Samaj Party. No discrimination on the basis of caste, no discrimination on the basis of religion. In 1984, the party was established with the objective of protecting the interest of the majority. That is what is Bahujan. The word Bahujan in the Bahujan Samaj Party indicates the majority. Scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, religious minorities, and other backward classes together constitute a majority. बहुजन समाज पार्टी में ये सारे लोग जो है इन सबको मिला के एक बहुजन समाज बन जाता है और उसकी जो पार्टी है दैट इज कॉल्ड बहुजन समाज पार्टी. The party aims to give power in the hands of the majority. So it is all about the number thing. The people who are in majority should be in the power is the ideology of the Bahujan Samaj Party. Then the next one, Nationalist Congress Party. Here one thing again, we have to remember that we are not talking about the leaders of these national parties. We are just talking about the national parties. In 1999, there was a split in the Congress Party and Nationalist Congress Party was established. The party believes in the values of democracy, equality, and secularism. The party was in power in Maharashtra from 1999 to 2014 in coalition with the Congress Party. Nationalist Congress Party for a long period was also a part of coalition government. In the first part of this lesson, we learnt about the concept of coalition where the two or more than two parties come together to form a government. So NCP, that is National Congress Party, and Indian National Congress always in coalition, whether it is in Maharashtra or in the central government. So Nationalist Congress Party for a long period was also a part of coalition government led by Congress at center from 2004 to 2014. Now the next point, Trinamool Congress. All India Trinamool Congress Party was established in 1998. Election Commission gave the party recognition as national party in 2016. क्योंकि जो कंडीशंस हमने फर्स्ट पार्ट में देखी है रिकग्निशन के लिए क्या चाहिए वो कंप्लीट होने तक उतना टाइम लगा होगा तृणमूल कांग्रेस को. द पार्टी supports what it supports democracy, it supports secularism and protection of interest of weaker sections of the society. Now by studying all the national parties in India, we can have an idea about the ideologies and the agendas of the political parties. Now on the screen you can see table which is given in our textbook about the number of seats secured by national parties in Lok Sabha elections of 2009 and 2014. On the screen you can see the table. Indian National Congress in the election of 2009 secured 206 seats, but in 2014 44 only. Communist Party of India 4 in 2009 and 1 only in 2014. Bharatiya Janata Party 116 in 2009 and 282 in 2014 Lok Sabha elections. Communist Party of India Marxist 16 in 2009 and 9 in 2014. Bahujan Samaj Party 21 in 2009 and not a single in 2014. Nationalist Congress Party secured 9 seats in the Lok Sabha elections of 2009 and 6 in the 2014 Lok Sabha election. Now by this you can understand the changing nature of the political system of India. Now next thing, this is what is given in our textbook. Power shift in Tamil Nadu, political marketing leading to terror, formation of new party in Maharashtra, looking for opportune time to give a power, which portfolio home or social welfare, coalition of PDP and BJP, Shiromani Akali Dal gets clear majority, anti-defection law conducive to democracy, Haryana Janhit Congress achieves two objectives. Now these are the news headings in the newspaper. So by reading these in the newspapers, through these news items we get information about various parties existing in different states of India. Just now we talked about the national parties and now we are going to talk about the regional parties. So do these parties function only at state level, or some state leaders are influential at national level while some have influence only at state level? Why is it so? These are the questions based on these cuttings. So with the help of such questions we will try to get information about various regional parties in India, and we'll study some of the regional parties from different parts of India. Now here one thing, it is not possible to study each and every or all the regional political parties of the country, but important religion parties about which we are going to study. So if we talk about our country India, we find people speaking different languages and having different traditions and culture. States in our country are formed on the basis of language. They belong to different parts of India. We see different regions have their own language. So language is the thing which is very important in the politics of our country, in the cultural field of our country. So you have already studied different geographical regions in Maharashtra, like Khandesh, Konkan, Desh, Marathwada, Vidarbha. And in Maharashtra, there exists geographical and cultural diversity. If you go in the Konkan, the people speak different language. It is Marathi, but it is different than the normal Marathi, or we can say it as Konkani. In Khandesh, Marathi, but different Marathi. In Vidarbha also. So the language is same, but the form of language is different. So Maharashtra is different from Madhya Pradesh and Karnataka. And all the states in our country are different from each other in the language, in the food, and in the wearing clothes, and also in the traditions, and in the culture, and also in celebrating festivals. So when linguistic, regional, cultural, and other identities get connected, regional consciousness emerges as a stronger feeling. People talking with same language come closer easily or can talk for long period. So the feeling of affinity developed about our language and region gradually turns into the identity, consciousness, and finally gives rise to regionalism. Sometimes it gives rise to independent political parties or pressure groups or movements. People talking same language come together to put forward their views, their expressions, and also their problems. So all such developments aim at the protection of the interest of region. And regional parties are those groups. Regional parties are those groups in the region who have a proud feeling about the different identity of their region and who compete to get political power with the objective of regional development. So one thing which is very important to keep in mind about the regional parties is that the objective of regional party is of regional development. Regional parties give preference to the resolution of regional problems. For the development of the region, they demand more autonomy and authority. Regional parties make several demands, such as regional problems should be resolved at regional level, political power should be in the hands of the people from region, and residents of the region should get preference in administration and jobs. Now again the same thing I am repeating. If you people go through the newspapers or news television channels, then you can see the ideologies or the agenda of regional political parties and the demands of these political parties, so that you can understand the nature of the regional political parties. But one thing very important about the regional parties is that it always talk about the regional development or about the regional people. Now the changing nature of regional parties. Initially, regional identities gave rise to the separatist movement. For example, the demands for independent Khalistan, Dravidistan were made with the objective of parting from the Indian Federation. इंडिया में नहीं रहना था, उन्हें अपना एक खुद का कंट्री बनाने का था, like Khalistan or Dravidistan, and exist as an independent state. Regional parties from Punjab, Tamil Nadu and Jammu and Kashmir have made such demands. But it changed with the time. The demands of regional parties gradually changed. Instead of an independent state, अब उन्हें independent state नहीं बनना था, नहीं चाहिए था. They started demanding more autonomy to work for the region, and this stage began after 1990. Now the third thing, the regional parties demanded, what it demanded? It demanded that for the development of the region, and nothing wrong in that, people from region should get power at state and national level. If we go for the example, then Shiv Sena and Telugu Desam are the regional political parties which played very important role in that particular region. The development of regional parties in Northeast shows a different trend. They gave up their demand of separatism and have started demanding autonomy. Autonomy is what? Right of self-government. They wanted their own government, they wanted rights in their hands to rule or to run that particular region through the democracy. The regional parties from Northeast are now entering in mainstream of national politics. So in short, by studying the changing nature of regional parties in India, we can say that the role of regional parties in India has passed through various phases from separatism to autonomy and now towards entry into mainstream national politics. Coalition politics is one of the consequences of their increasing influence in national पॉलिटिक्स. क्योंकि जब कोएलिशन टाइप ऑफ गवर्नमेंट बनता है तो अलग अलग रीजनल पार्टीज को साथ में लेकर नेशनल पार्टीज को गवर्नमेंट बनाना पड़ता है इफ देयर इज नो मेजॉरिटी, इफ देयर इज नो क्लियर मेजॉरिटी. और ऐसे टाइम में रीजनल पार्टीज का जो इम्पोर्टेंस है नेशनल पॉलिटिक्स में भी बढ़ जाता है. सो इन इंडिया वी हैव मेनी रीजनल पार्टीज and it is not possible to know about all such parties. So we'll just study some parties as representative of India's east, west, north and south regions. And to simplify this in the form of this, it is given in our textbook, and the first one is Shiv Sena. Shiv Sena, main political party in Maharashtra, established in 1966. And what is its objective? Now objectives will give us an idea about the ideology or the agenda of this particular party. Protection of the rights of Marathi people, Marathi speaking people, promotion of Marathi language, resistance of people from other regions. In 1995 it entered into coalition with BJP and came to power in Maharashtra. It shares power with BJP in Maharashtra since 2014. After elections in 2019, formed government in alliance with Congress Party and National Congress Party. So now in Maharashtra, there is a coalition government of Shiv Sena, Congress Party and National Congress Party. So not only in the national politics, but nowadays in the state politics also coalition type of government is there. Next one, Shiromani Akali Dal, established in 1920, a prominent regional party in Punjab. Objective of cultivating religious and regional identity. Assumes power in Punjab for many years. Next to this, Jammu and Kashmir National Conference, main regional party in Kashmir, established in 1932. Protect the interest of Kashmiri people and protection of autonomous status. Now by studying all these things we can understand that the focus of the regional parties is on the betterment of the region or of the regional people. Assam Gun Parishad was signed in 1985. Resolve the problems of displaced people issue in the Assam. Protect the unique cultural, linguistic and social identity of Assam, economic development of Assam, and assumes power in Assam for many years. Now next one and the last one which is given, Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam Justice Party, a non-Brahmin movement in 1920 was transformed into Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam, a political party in 1944. Justice Party came to be known as Dravida Kazhagam, and in 1944 a group separated from this party and established another party, Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam. Now again the thing which we have to understand is here कि नेशनल पार्टी हो या रीजनल पार्टी, एज पर द लीडर ऑफ द पार्टी सेपरेट हो जाती है पार्टीज और फिर एक पार्टी से दूसरी पार्टी बनती है, लेकिन जो बेसिक आइडियोलॉजी या फिर बेसिक एजेंडा है वो सेम रहता है. बट बिकॉज ऑफ द क्लैशेस बिटवीन द लीडर्स ऑफ द पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज सेपरेट बन के फिर उसकी दो पार्टी बन जाती है. Another group separated from this party in 1972 and established All India Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam. Protection of Tamil identity, member of coalition government at the center for some years. The party has support of voters from all sections of society. It was in power for a long period and implemented many policies. So in India, we have many regional parties in every state that have influenced the state politics. And to understand this in detail, the chart is given in our textbook, which shows the performance of regional parties in Maharashtra in the elections of 2009 and 2014. In the election year 2009, Shiv Sena secured the seats 44, and in 2014, 63. Maharashtra Navnirbman Sena 13 and only 1 in 2014. Peasants and Workers Party 4-3. Republican Party of India Bahujan Mahasangh 1 in 2009 and same in 2014. Republican Party of India not a single. Samajwadi Party 4 in 2009 and only 1 in 2014. Bahujan Vikas Aghadi 2-3. Rashtriya Samaj Paksh 1 in the election year of 2009 and 1 in 2014. All India Majlis-e Ittehadul Muslimin. This party did not exist in 2009, but in the election of 2014 secured 2 seats. Jan Surajya Shakti 2 in 2009, Lok Sangram 1 in 2009 and Swabhimani Party 1 in 2009, but not a single in 2014. Now here there is no name of the Bharatiya Janata Party or Indian National Congress or the Nationalist Congress Party. Why? Because all these parties are the national parties, and here in this chart we are talking about the regional parties in Maharashtra. So in the first and the second part of this topic, we took a review of national and regional political parties in India.
Please subscribe the channel and press bell icon to get notifications. So my dear students, this is all for today. Thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe, take care.